Right, in this little video, what we're going to talk about is weddings. Now, you guys are probably already photographers, so you know how to shoot a wedding. Converting it to video is not really very different. We've all got our own ways of doing things. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you some of the footage that we shoot over here in England, and then I'm going to show you some Americans. I mean, YouTube, I use it all the time. I've got to be honest with you, because there's such a plethora. That's a beautiful word, isn't it? A plethora, yeah, of knowledge. I don't know everything. And what we'll do is, on the course, we will find out that there'll be people in the class that are better educated than some of us, yeah, even myself. And I love to learn. That's what it's all about. So I'm going to show you just a few clips, and then we'll take it from there. So again, this is just a little bite-sized nugget for you on how to shoot a wedding.
In today's video, I'm going to share with you 7 tips on how you can effectively film any wedding all by yourself. Tip number 1, that is going to be pre-production. And I feel like this is a given because what do they do in Hollywood? Before any movie is even created, they plan, they write down notes, they strategize, they are building a structure for this film that they are creating. And really, wedding films should be no different. Going into every single wedding with a plan and a structure is not only going to massively improve your production and your quality, but it's also going to give you so much more freedom and less stress on a wedding day.
You need to get to the wedding early. Now, I know that many of us as videographers have adopted the photographer age-old tradition of setting a certain amount of hours that will be at a wedding. I get it. We need to make sure that we're not being taken advantage of, and we also need to protect ourselves from being at the wedding for an erroneous amount of hours. But sometimes, in order to be good at our craft, we need to bite the bullet and go above and beyond. By getting to a wedding early, you're giving yourself ample amount of time to where you're not thrown straight into shooting, and you can go set up your lights, your light stands, your tripods. You can see where the ceremony is taking place. You can find the good spots for portraits. You can find a good spot to hang a wedding dress. Look, you understand what I'm getting at.
Okay, so we made it inside, and the first step we're gonna take actually isn't to start setting up. The first step that we should take, and actually this is a step that you can take in the weeks before the wedding ceremony, is simply reach out to the caretakers of the building that you'll be in.
Things that you want to be planning before a wedding include building a timeline, strategizing with the photographer and the planner. Getting to know them and how they operate on a wedding day is such a great way to build just rapport in general and also build new relationships in this industry.
But as wedding videographers, we need to remember that our videos should be a complete retelling of the day. From start to finish, from the getting ready to the send-off, those are the best videos. So by getting there early and scouting the lay of the land and setting up your lights and your light stands, you're giving yourself more time to actually film.
Usually I like to reach out the week of the wedding so people don't forget who you are.
Communication is going to be the golden rule for most of these tips. As long as you're communicating what you need from the photographer and the planner, day of, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be just fine and able to get all the shots that you need by yourself.
So why not just do the due diligence, get there early, and make sure that you're really well prepared? There's not really room for error whenever you're solo shooting.
It's not about you. It's not about the photographer. It's not about us as vendors. It's about really creating a great shooting environment and a great wedding environment for everyone who's involved. This includes the bride and groom and other vendors.